Welcome to Sorry for the Delay, episode 46. I'm your editor, Mia. This week, the boys give us some brain teasers with answers that make Sean disappointed. Funko myths about treats and goodies inside their heads. Spoilers, do not cut open your Funkos. And a hot take on military recruitment. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode, actually episode 46 of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. This over there is Joshua. Joshua, like always, buddy. How you doing today, boy?
How are you doing? Yeah, right. How are you doing, Joshua? I think we told everybody last episode that our last week or whatever that I was taking a trip up to Washington, Seattle.
We did.
To come visit
the peeps know, baby.
Sean and the friends and everything going on, and I'm feeling good. I feel a bit rested. I don't know. I had some crazy ass dreams last night that I was like a vampire and I was going around like chewing on people.
Whoa.
I think there's like dream books out there that tell you what that means, being a vampire. I don't know if that means like you or yourself are drained or you just draining the life out of others. That's what a vampire
I just
does.
looked it up real quick, Joshua. Vampires in dreams symbolize deepest desires, fears, and hidden impulses. Being attacked by a vampire reflects feelings of threatened or emotionally exhausted. Here's another one. Transforming into a vampire signifies a yearning for change or empowerment. Vampire dreams often point to draining relationships or destructive habits. I think you have two of those things going on right now, Joshua.
Oh my God. Jesus. So vampire dreams, I guess, are not good.
No, sir.
So I don't know. I'll have an update next week. I'll have some more dreams for you guys. Hopefully not wet ones. But
I would really hope they were, though.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I feel good. I got a lot of sun today. I mean, not today, but over the last few days.
I was like, you've been out in the sun again?
Washington City. Yeah, it was, man, it was intense. I stayed inside all day today. I think my skin needed a rest. But overall, I feel rested, feel like a vampire. I feel good. Yeah, I feel great. How about you? What's going on your end? I mean, you got sun too.
I got sun too. It was nice to have you up here while it lasted. I felt like I've done more in the last 4 days than I've done in my entirety up here in Seattle. So I'm kind of exhausted still. So just on that recovery time. But I do have something in my cup today, Joshua, if you want to get into that. Today, I'm continuing with the non-alcoholic drinks. So I made myself another mocktail. This time I used, I mentioned it before in the previous episodes, but I use a mixer called, the company's called Simply. You guys can find it pretty much anywhere. But it's the mojito kind of knockoff thing. But I have that in there alongside one of these beautiful cans of Izzy's, specifically strawberry, and then a few dashes of Angostora's in there. I haven't tasted it yet, so I'm not sure if it's going to be good, but we'll find out. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's good. That's delicious. Very nice. It tastes like strawberry, like a strawberry mojito with a little bit of like a little peppery note. It's interesting. What about you? What you got? What you got today in your vessel?
I'm actually double fisting today. But I did finish before we got on. I'm double fisting.
Two cups.
Yeah, 2 cups. One of them is better for you than the other. So the first one I had in my cup, but I finished it before we even got on. I provided myself with a little bit of quality H2O, and I dumped in one of those hydration packs.
Okay.
I think most people know what those are by now. It's a bunch of powdery stuff, not to be confused with cocaine or anything illegal. This stuff is a legal powdery substance you put in your drink. It's totally, I guess it's good for you. So they say, but I am a little freaked out because as I was doom scrolling, I came across something saying that there's like a bunch of chemicals per se, that they might not be as good for you as one may think. So now I'm a little worried taking these hydration packs. I got to do a little bit more research because I constantly put those hydration packs in my water, but that may change. So it started off with a hydration pack in water. That's in my body now. So I feel, I guess, hydrated after that.
I can feel it floating around.
But circling back to what we normally do, on the alcoholic side of the podcast here, I kept it simple. I still have some of these in the fridge. I went with one of our Costco canned mules.
Oh yeah,
I'm just going to show it off real
those.
quick.
Yeah.
It's a variety pack. They still actually do have them in Costco. It's pretty good. Like I've said before, I think these things are a little sugary. So what I did is I went ahead and added a little bit more lime to the premix, and then I added a whole nother bottle of the ginger beer to kind of top it off, to kind of kill that sugary flavor. Yeah. But cheers. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cheers, buddy.
Just
hey, cheers to you. Thank you for coming up. I do appreciate it. We had a blast. It was real fun. So cheers, buddy. Cheers to all of you watching and listening as well. Remember, it doesn't always have to be alcoholic. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything.
I mean, I started it off with a hydration pack and maybe poisoned myself along the way with that powdery substance.
To be fair, Joshua, there are probably so many microplastics in there anyway. It was bound to happen. So you probably poisoned yourself way before that, so it's okay. It's all right. Organic, non-organic, who gives a shit, bro? You're already dead. You're dying.
Probably not wrong. Actually, you're probably not wrong.
I know.
That's
so. What do we got any holidays this week, Joshua? Are we celebrating anything?
Yeah, so we could get into the holidays. I got a couple ramble off here in case you need a reason to hydrate or drink or whatever it is you want to do with this information. Today, on August, what are we on, the 13th? I think, what do we say? August 13th. This is coming out. Today is National Girlfriend Day.
Oh, I consider you my girlfriend, Joshua.
Jesus,
we spend about as much time together, so it makes sense.
It's kind of offensive to the lovely lady you have at home. But today is National Girlfriend Day, and if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other in your life, maybe today you take an extra step. Buy them some flowers or buy them some seeds to plant flowers like I did.
Did those flowers ever get planted?
They're still in the bag.
Oh, they're still in the bag. Huh?
Yeah.
Funny how that works, huh?
I know, right? But yeah, you got a girlfriend. Sure, you love her. If they're anything like my girlfriend, they do lots for us. They're definitely a great emotional, moral, and support during our hardship and our moral dilemmas or whatever, just our mental health. Moral dilemmas, you know what I mean? The girlfriends are there for a reason. Boyfriends are there for a reason. So utilize them, because obviously you picked them for a reason. You love them. So take care of them, cherish them. But yeah, today is National Girlfriend Day. So love your girlfriend, everybody, or boyfriend or whoever, Number 2. Dive into number 2.
Let's dive in.
It's also National Friendship Day.
National Friendship. Didn't we just have National Friendship Day last week?
Yeah, we did.
So there's 2 National Friendship Days?
No, we're doing it again.
Oh, we're doing 2 National Friendship Days. All right,
we
sure.
Twice. Yeah, why not?
So, fuck it.
It's August. We can celebrate all kinds of
We
shit.
can do whatever we fucking want. It's our podcast too. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. So just like your friends, or just like your girlfriend, your friends, they're another part of your emotional support system. So if you don't have a friend, I suggest you find one. There's lots of ways to find friends.
Do you want to be my friend? No.
I think most of the people listening to this have friends.
Be your friend.
Yeah, I know, right? Your friends are important. So find a friend if you don't have one. Excuse me. So I don't know. Sean's a good friend. Find somebody like Sean, or Jesus. All right, moving on. I think this is a fun one, actually. Today's also National Vinyl Record Day. I went downstairs because I usually buy records. Not so much for myself, occasionally for myself, but mostly again for my girlfriend, tying in National Girlfriend Day. I counted them, and I don't think I have a rather large collection of records. So I only have about 20 records, vinyl records.
That's pretty decent. It's a decent size. I mean, some say it would be above average, if you're really thinking about it. But I think that's a pretty decent amount.
How many records? You got records?
I do have records, Joshua. We've talked about this before. I was looking over at the records over there. I can see them from the corner of my eye here. I think I have about 7 or 8 right now. I'm very specific when I come to my records. Yeah, there's only certain ones that I will go out and purchase because they're the only ones that I like actually listening to through the entirety. Because sometimes it's like if you get a record and only like one song, it's like, well, it's kind of pointless. So yeah, I got a very limited selection on records.
It's true. And you actually have to, like, when the record's done, you got to flip it, which is, I know, is
Oh yeah, we also talked about that. Yeah,
modern, listeners. But yeah, the records are fun. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I do have one more, but I don't think I want to talk about because I don't want to go down the gross route. I don't want to talk. I don't know if it's appropriate.
It's probably a poop related thing.
No, it's not poop related.
Oh, then
it just has to do with food.
Okay.
Just
what about
has to do with food.
That's what we love.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, on this podcast, just we love food. So if it's something about food,
all right, I'll give it to you, and I'll give it to everybody listening if you're still awake. Today is also National Oyster Day.
Oysters? How is this nasty? Are you not a fan of oysters, Joshua? I personally enjoy oysters. Oysters.
No, I'm not an oyster fan. Like,
really,
I've never been an oyster fan. So if anybody has a recipe of or likes to eat, tell me what about an oyster you actually like. Because I'm going to be real honest with you. If you ever been under the weather and had like these fat phlegm loogies that kind of just want to come up in your mouth, that's exactly what an oyster reminds me of. This squishy, phlegmy, rubbery, nasty thing. So I don't know. I mean, if I want an oyster, maybe I'll just hawk up some phlegm, put a little tapatio and some lemon in my mouth, and re-swallow that bitch, and then I got an oyster. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I understand.
I'm not a fan of oysters. I
understand your texture thing. It's pretty gross when you think of it as a texture thing, but they're not meant to be chewed on. They're meant to just be little shooters. You're supposed to swallow them back like your picklebacks. So they're not meant to be sitting there in your palate. So that's kind of like I get it, but at the same time, you're probably just eating them wrong, Joshua. So
I guess I'm not somebody who just swallows. I'm not a swallower. I leave that for the other people.
You're a spitter. I know this for sure now.
Yeah.
After you got
I get anything like that in my mouth, it's being spit directly out. So if you love oysters, I don't know, if you got a suggestion, make me a believer, make me want to love them or try them more than I have. Because as of today, all the years I've been on this planet and in this body, I'm not a huge fan of oysters.
Oh, well, can't win them all. Moving on, Joshua. Let's go. We're doing the newsroom today. What are we doing? What are we talking about on the docket this week, Joshua?
You want to get right into it? Okay, so here we go.
I want to fucking just feel you, Joshua. I just want to feel you.
You had plenty of time to feel me because I was just there.
I still miss your loneliness. I still miss it's lonely in my bed without you.
No, I didn't even stay at your house. I have to say, before we get any further, I just want to say thank you to our hosts. Our good friends that usually put us up over there. Great friends. So thank you for having us. It was an overall great time. I loved every minute of it. But into the newsroom, here we go. Today's headlines, everybody. Sean?
Today's headlines. Let's go.
Can you hit
it? All right.
Hit us.
I can hit it with the headlines. Here we go, as followed. The first one is going to be brain teasers. The second one is the one that we didn't do last week, which is superhero fatigue. The fourth one is 4D movie theaters. Oh, interesting. Okay. This one seems rather peculiar. Funko myths. And then followed this all up with random sports trivia. Really trying to nail me on the trivia again, aren't you, Joshua?
Just trying to reel it all in because we spent a lot of time in the sun the last few days. So I wanted to hit you with a couple brain teasers, and those of you listening to kind of spark that kind of thought-provoking conversation, or just kind of like make you think a little bit. So I'm gonna read off some brain teasers, and I want to hear if you know the answers or if you get what this means here. All right, so for brain teaser number 1, are you ready for it, Sean?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Send it to me.
Brain teaser number 1. Here we go. A doctor and a bus driver are both in love with the same woman, an attractive girl named Sarah. The bus driver had to go on a long bus trip that would last a week. Before he left, he gave Sarah 7 apples. Why do you think that bus driver did that?
Because Sarah is the doctor.
Is that your answer?
Fuck, sure.
Actually, it's because an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Oh. Okay. Well, sure. That's okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that one. That was.
You know how I feel about that? Yeah. He's in love. He's in love. The bus driver is in love with Sarah, so he gave her 7 apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That much I understand. I'm just like, why?
Brain teaser.
Not your best.
Not my best. Okay. It's probably had the way I delivered it, and we're working on this. Okay. Brain teaser number 2. A man stands on one side of the river, his dog on the other. The man calls to his dog, who immediately crosses the river without getting wet and without using a bridge or a boat. How did the dog do it?
Jesus Christ. I don't know. He can fly? Can this dog fly? Like,
No,
is
it's
that
a dog? It does not have wings, Sean. It's a
it
dog.
doesn't need wings to fly, buddy. I'll tell you that right now. Maybe he
Did
like
Red Bull?
so you said he called to it and it came to him. So was it
It came to him without getting wet, using a bridge or a boat. How did the dog get there without getting wet?
So it went on one of those like those lines, like the zip line, right? Like he got hooked up on a zip line and then he was like, "Come here, boy." And then he's like, "Zeus." No.
I wish I had the big brain, little brain counter right now, because this would be great. This is clearly falling under Sean's little brain. So the dog got there, it's because the river was frozen.
That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid, bro. That's fucking garbage.
You don't like it?
No.
You hate it? You
No.
hate it? Okay, he hates it. All right.
I hate everything
maybe,
about that.
Maybe somebody got that one. You have to pause that shit in between these answers. All right, I got 2 more. I did 4 of these total. Okay, here we go. All right. You're escaping a labyrinth.
Okay.
And there are 3 exits.
Mm-hmm.
Exit A leads to an inferno. Exit B leads to an assassin.
Okay.
Exit C leads to a lion that hasn't eaten in 3 years. Which exit do you pick?
I'm gonna go with C, the lion,
Why are you going with the lion?
because the lion hasn't eaten for 3 years, which means it's probably starved to death, or it's fucking weak as fuck. And I can take on a 3-year starved lion. I think I can do that. So I'm going door 3.
Holy shit, everybody. Sean, his brain actually worked on one of...
Whoa!
Wait, no. Yeah. He got
Did I
one
get
of
it
these
right?
brain teasers right. He got it.
Oh my God. I like to thank the Academy, my beautiful wife and kids.
Because you are correct. Because if the lion hasn't eaten in 3 years, it's probably dead.
Mhm.
So you're going to make it. You're going to
Thank
make
you.
it.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Thank you for watching.
For my final brain teaser, Sean.
Okay.
This is the big one.
I'm ready.
This is the big
My
one.
body can handle it. I can do this. Let's go.
What has no hands but might knock on your door? And if it does, you better open it.
What has no hands might knock on your door, and if it does, you better open it? No hands.
It's huge. It's big.
It's big? Like an elephant? Like an elephant? No.
It's metaphorical.
I'm gonna say a letter.
A letter? What letter?
I don't
Letter
fucking
A?
know.
Letter B?
Like
what? I mean, what letter are you choosing? I mean, just a letter.
I'm
the
going with
alphabet?
like a package, maybe like a package. You know, a package has no hands, and sometimes it knocks on your door when somebody throws it at it. You know, that's my final guess. I have fucking no idea, dude.
No, Sean. The answer, my friend, is opportunity.
I fucking hate you so much. That is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. That was awful. That was fucking terrible. I
mean, you know what I'm saying? They say if opportunity knocks. If opportunity knocks, you open that fucking door and you answer the call of opportunity. This goes to everybody. You know, this isn't just a Joshua or a Sean thing. That door comes a knocking. You better open it because that opportunity will not be there forever. So that is Sean's brain teasers for today.
That was
August 13th.
fucking terrible.
Because your brain got one of them. You know.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I guess so.
Let's move on.
Jesus Christ.
Superhero fatigue.
Superhero fatigue, Joshua. I think this is a real thing. I think that for those of you who listened to our spoiler cast last week, I think that with Deadpool's reemergence, I think we're shaking some of that superhero fatigue off, mainly because it was just such a great movie. But I think before that movie came out, there was a lot of this, oh, it's another Marvel movie. It's another fucking piece in the 1,000 jigsaw puzzle, you know. I think a lot of people were tired of it. And I myself was tired of it too. But like I said, this Deadpool movie really kind of brought my superhero need again. You know, it makes me crave a little bit more of that superhero movie now. But with that being said, if you look at the Marvel like plan that they have out listed right now, it's not the best in terms of like movies that are going to be coming out. Like I'm not a big fan of Captain America. I mean, that was before they made the switch over. I was never a big fan of Captain America anyway, but that's the next one in line, and I'm just not excited to see it. Like, what about you, Joshua? How do you feel about that?
From that response, sounds you are fatigued. You sound like you're just kind of done.
Oh, well,
you only
with
have like
that
one out of the whole
universe.
The whole universe, you're just like, now that Deadpool's back, you like peaked. You know what I mean? You had this overnight boner, and then you just kind of like, now you're fizzling it out. You know what I mean? You blew your load on this movie, and now it sounds like you're just, nothing is going to.
I think it's more with that
again.
one specifically, like that specific Captain America movie. I was never a fan to begin with on that, so I don't really have fatigue on that. It's just that one specifically. I don't really have any care to see or want to see. So, me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I mean, in a way, like Deadpool did come back. I love the movie, and kind of a funny side tangent is we watched it with you for the second time.
Mm-hmm. We did watch it two times.
People don't know that. Me and my girlfriend watched it, and then we went up to Seattle, and then we watched it with Sean a second time. Mm-hmm. And guess what's happening this weekend?
You're watching it again, aren't you?
His girlfriend and my brother and his girlfriend are going to go out and watch it again.
All
so
right.
For superhero fatigue, you know, I'm not super, you know, fatigued on superheroes, but man, there's a lot of them, which brings me to the next thing. If we're ready to move on, 4D movie theaters. How do you feel about these things?
Theaters. I love 4D movie theaters, man. They're so freaking cool. Like the ability to have like lights and like water effects sometimes or smoke effects, like that's fucking sick, dude. It just enhances the whole experience. Like I have a whole setup. I mean, you can kind of see with the lights, and it's not the same thing with Joshua there. But there's a whole setup over here that I love, like synchronized lighting with movies or like TV shows or even games. That just really just fucking makes me hard, dude. It's fucking beautiful. And then you add on top of that like a badass sound system, and then like the ability to like have, sometimes you have scents in there. Oh my God, it's like an orgasm watching a movie. It's freaking beautiful. So I'm all for these, buddy. I'm all for 4D movie theaters.
Have you been to one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been to a few.
Yeah, I've yet to go to one. I think the only 4D experience I had was when as many years ago I went to Disneyland. I think they were playing like A Bug's Life, and they were spraying like water, and they had these like little creepily crawlers, like you're activated in your chair, so you kind of felt like these things were crawling around you.
I love that one because it like pokes your butthole. That's the best part.
You would like that. I mean,
I would, and I did until they got rid of it. R.I.P. Bugs Land.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool. I saw this funny. It was like an Instagram like reel or post where this guy had never really heard about 4D theaters, but the quick reel was like before. It's like one of the shots like before you go in. He was wearing like a white shirt, and then it's like after, and then he came out. Obviously, he was spoofed up, but like there was like he went and saw Twister. So like he was all covered in grass. He was like covered in dirt. He had a fence post sticking through his body with like blood on it and shit. He had like a black eye. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, holy shit. Like for a moment I was like, is that what they're like? I mean, are they really that dangerous? Like the idiot
they're pretty
in me was
intense,
like, are they that fucking dangerous? Like, holy shit. So
That's
I'm
great.
talking to my brother, because he went to one, but him and his girlfriend really love scary movies. So I think they went and watched the rebirth of Omen, the movie Omen or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the reformatted or whatever it was. They went and checked that out. And they said clearly they were not, I mean, they weren't, I guess, in the perfect state of mind to be watching a freaked out, scary movie. So I guess kind of towards the middle or back, they had to leave. Because I'm not going to say which one of them, but they just got too freaked out. It was too immersive, and they were just like, I'm out of here. So I'm actually looking forward to trying out one of these 4D movies because me and my girlfriend also love horror movies. So, I mean, maybe we'll go check out one of those types of movies in a 4D because I don't think they're doing a Deadpool in that kind of movie, but I'm interested to
could always look it up.
4D
I mean, it could be
movie
fun.
theater again.
Yeah, dude,
I think
highly
it'll be
recommend. Try it, give it a shot. I think you would really enjoy it. It's nice. It's something different for sure, rather than sitting in front of the screen just kind of watching the movie. This is more of like an experience, like you experience the movie, and so it's pretty cool.
All right. Well, there you go. I'm gonna try it again. I'm watching Deadpool again, so 3 times in a row. Moving on. Funko myths. I know this is an area that Sean is. I mean, he may not know about, but there was something I heard about, and I wanted to ask Sean about this, and maybe Sean knows more about this because we also did. Whenever I go up, I always go check out the Funko headquarters up there in Seattle. So we had a great time with that.
Very privileged.
But I heard over the past couple of days or whatever getting home that that apparently people were cutting the heads open of Funkos because there was supposed to be brains or coins or candy. There was supposed to be like these little hidden gems inside Funkos. Do you have any insight into like what was going on there?
So what happened with that was there was a viral video that went out of a guy opening up one of the Funko Pop's heads, like cutting it through, and there was a brain in there. But it was a viral video, so he did it himself. He implanted that little head in there, and then there was a whole onset of these videos where people were like, "Oh yeah, check it out! I cut open my Funko, and there was this cool candy that was in there." Yeah, Funkos never have done that, so it's just all viral videos. So that's why you don't believe everything on the internet unless it's from a highly trusted source like us. Sorry for the delay.
So don't go cutting your Funko. That's what you're saying is don't go cutting the heads.
Yeah, don't go cutting your heads off the Funkos, dude. And to be fair, I might be wrong about it. If there is a Funko that did have something in it, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. But to my knowledge, I haven't seen anything. So,
all right, this has nothing to do with Funkos, but this is something I did discover. Again, a viral video. It's maybe some of the comments can back me up on this, or if you're into Ben and Jerry's ice cream, I heard in some of these Ben and Jerry's ice creams, you got to pay attention to the label, but I think it was like a cookies and cream or cookies and something. So on the top, so scoops of ice cream, and on the side of the logo on the lid of the can, there was a full size cookie of this particular one that I saw on this reel. So what the person did is they removed all of the ice cream out of the little Ben and Jerry's thing, the little bit like cup or whatever, and then on the bottom, they separated the seal, like the complete bottom is empty, right? They pulled it apart, and underneath it was a full sized cookie that you could smash and add into your Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Do you think this is another?
I think that's another just a viral video. That anytime somebody or like a company, right? How do I put this simply?
He's winding up. His wheels are turning. If you can see him right now, you're gonna have to get on YouTube. If you could see this man, his wheels are turning.
There is no reason for a company or a corporation to put extra incentives into a product that's already established. So, for example, there is no incentive for Ben and Jerry's ice cream to put a full-blown cookie on the bottom of an ice cream, right? Without any advertising about it, you know? Like, why would they do that? And doesn't make any sense from a marketing standpoint or from a business standpoint. Let's put extra money into something that we're not going to see revenue back on, you know? So whenever you see stuff like this, take it with a grain of salt. Unless it's actually announced by the company themselves, it's usually just a viral marketing scheme. So,
okay, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna go out and buy that one, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let
yeah,
the
if you
audience
find
know.
it, please.
And if the
send it to
audience
me.
does
Let me
know, if somebody else has done this and they know, please comment, because I would love to know if there's a free cookie at the bottom of it. I just don't. If there really is, I don't like how you have to take all of the ice cream out and put it in a separate bowl to get to the cookie in the bottom, because I usually eat mine out of the cup.
Fucking sense, Brody. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. So probably not real, but that would be cool if they just do an extra.
That's the dream, though, buddy. That's the dream, my guy. If only it was real.
Moving on. Are you ready to test?
Yeah, I've prolonged it as long as I could, Joshua. I have my guns out. I'm ready. Let's fucking get this shit, buddy.
You ready to head over to the trivia room?
Fucking bring it on, baby. Whoa, this is a trivia room. Let's get it.
Are you ready to get into this shit?
Let's go.
All right, Sean. Here we go. Question number 1.
Okay.
Hopefully you can read these fucking things. And
yes,
if you
I can.
can't, you let me know.
All right. Question number 1. What is the name of the official mascot for the Seattle Mariners since 1990? Is that what that says?
Yep.
I can't see that. Okay.
Correct.
There are 3 options here. What is this first? Emerald Elk, Rain City Raccoon, or the Mariner Moose. I know this one, Joshua. This is an easy one. I'm going to go with Mariner Moose for 500, please.
Sean, your big brain is working.
Big brain. Yes,
you got that one correct. And because we did go to a game, we didn't say at the beginning of this podcast, is when I was up there, we all went to the baseball game. It was great. It was a great freaking time. It was hot, but it was great. So I'm super happy that Sean got this right, because he was surrounded by this mascot for how many hours was that game? 3 hours. How long are baseball games?
Yeah,
we were there
like 3 hours,
for a long time. There was even a race down the middle of the baseball field. So if Sean would have messed this one up, I'd have been like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, Sean got that one right.
Beautiful.
Next question, Sean.
Yeah, bring it on. Let's go. Next question. Which nautical, I'm assuming it said nautical. I can kind of read it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Nautical accessory is featured in the logo of the Seattle Mariners. Are these just all Seattle questions? Like what is going on here? The 3 answers are compass, periscope, and I think that one says sail.
Correct.
Okay. And I'm assuming a sail as in like a wind sail, not like a sail. Yeah, gotcha. I believe the correct answer is compass. Joshua, I will take that for $3,600, please. Oh, yeah. Big brain for the win. That's right, boys.
In Sean's pocket. Once again, I like that, the brain teasers were hard on Sean. They might have been hard on you guys.
See, my brain, it doesn't work well when it comes to the teasing. But when it comes to general knowledge, I'm pretty decent. So, all
right. These are warm-ups, and I only did this again because we went to the baseball game. I didn't want to disappoint, the listeners thinking, Sean doesn't pay attention or whatever. But yeah, Sean, you were on it. So far, you are 2 for 2 in the trivia questions.
I am 2 for 2.
They might get a little bit more stickier as we go along.
Oh, it's gross, sticky.
That's the next one for you, buddy.
All right. How many points must a bowler score for a perfect game in bowling? The answers are listed as 200 points, 400 points, and 300 points. Joshua, the answer to this is 300 points. Final answer. We'll do that for 42,000, please. Thank you.
Buddy, great job, man. I wasn't sure. I know we've gone bowling together, but I wasn't sure of your bowling knowledge. And I don't know how many people out there listening to this actually bowl, but that is a perfect score.
Yeah, 300, baby.
That's a strike. And
my favorite
every frame.
I love turkeys just because it sounds fun. I'll just go to turkey, baby.
Yeah. Have you ever been close to a 300, Sean?
Fuck no, dude. The most I've ever gotten was like 120. I'm not a good bowler, man. This fatigue, this body, like this is not meant for bowling. This is meant for just speaking, you know?
We got to get back out there. I want to see you. I want to see.
You're too good of a bowler. That's the problem. For those of you who don't know, Joshua used to play bowl. Like he used to bowl amateurly, like really well. So people don't know this about Joshua, but he can fucking bowl. So when he says, when he goes out there and he says, "Hey, do you want to go bowling for money?" You will be swindled. I can tell you. I can attest to it.
He's lying. Don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Great job. Great job. Good job. All right, moving on. Next question for you, buddy.
All right. How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win at the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympic Games? 12, 6, or 8? I don't remember the answer to this, so I'm going to say 12.
Is that your final answer?
It's my final fucking answer, baby.
Well, Sean, you can't win them all, buddy. You cannot.
I know. Was it 8? That was my second guess, was 8.
Yeah, it's actually 8,
Okay.
buddy.
That's okay. So it was there. I just didn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, like I got to get in. I got to give you some. I can't just give you these, easy ones, these softball ones. I'm just winding up.
I know.
This final
I
one,
appreciate that one.
I really
That's
hope
good.
you get this one. But if you don't, I totally understand it because I think you are somebody who doesn't really swim. You kind of like float half the time. So you may not.
If that.
Yeah. Here we go.
Which surfer
Last
lost an arm in a shark attack, then went on to win a national title 2 years later? Mick Fanning?
Yep, Mick
Okay.
Fanning. Yes, correct.
Brett Littletoes? Clearly, I think it's that one. That one doesn't feel made up at all. Or Bethany Hamilton? Fuck, I don't actually know this one, to be honest with you, Joshua. So I'm gonna say,
Come on, Brett. Little Toes. Come on, bro. I mean, Little Toes.
Little Toes, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say Mick. Was it Mick?
Oh man, I wish.
Okay, so it was Bethany.
Yes.
Okay, well, hey, there you go.
Yeah, pretty freaking awesome, right?
That's pretty cool.
Losing arm,
Got to give that. That's
national
fucking
titles,
awesome.
Overcoming obstacles and sticking with it. That is
And the
great.
fact
That is
that
great to
the
see.
fact that they went back in the water, like if I were to be attacked by a shark, I would probably stay away from the ocean for the rest of my fucking life. So the fact that they were able to go back into the ocean and do that is fucking hats off, man. Hats off. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But I mean, I love the water. I mean, the ocean's kind of sketchy, but yeah. So I'm afraid of sharks. Don't swim that well. But
Yeah.
That's what I got.
That's
That is your trivia. That is
Thank you,
that's
Joshua.
what I got.
Thank you
That's
for
all
the
I got,
trivia,
buddy.
buddy. Oh, I appreciate it. That was very nice. Hey, everybody listening and everybody watching, thank you so much for listening and thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. We know we've been active on the social medias now, posting out a bunch of stuff. We're registered businesses on there now, officially. So that's pretty cool. But we do thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. A little peek behind the curtain here. Joshua and I are going to be filming some supplementals that'll come out for October, and we're very excited about it. So be on the lookout for those when they come out. But Joshua, let's move on. I don't really have a topic today or anything that I wanted to share, but I just kind of wanted your opinion on something that we went to this weekend. So last weekend, Joshua came up, as he was saying earlier, and we went to an event called Seafair. Joshua, what was your take on this event? In your best way, before that, can you describe the event for people who might never have been or anything like that? In your opinion, what was it?
Knowing nothing about the Seafair, I mean, I'm from a little town, called Watsonville, near Santa Cruz, California, Monterey. If you the Bay Area, as some people like to throw out there. But I was under the impression it was going to be like an air show, and boats. Like a boat show, an air show. Didn't know anything else other than that. So going into it, I'm just expecting badass airplanes. I'm expecting a bunch of badass boats. which they hit the mark on all of them. I mean, we got to see some jet boats going across the water. I think some of the speeds are like 170 something miles an hour, 160 miles an hour. I mean,
fast, baby.
The technology that goes into those boats is quite impressive. For them to hydroplane, they might even be called hydro boats.
They're called hydroplanes.
Skipping along the water at those speeds is super impressive. They're crazy loud. But to watch those, because I've never seen those before, that was quite a badass experience. So if you've never seen jet boats and you see an event coming up, I think there's actually an event coming up in San Francisco. It's not called Seafair. It's called, I forget what it's called.
Fleet Week. I think it's called
Fleet Week. Yeah. Yeah. So they may do something similar out there. I've never been to that event either. So maybe I'll make a
check
run
it
out
out
there.
Make a comparison. That'd be pretty cool.
But I know. So the boat thing was pretty awesome. And as far as the planes go, I lived in San Diego for what, 3-4 years. So I was previewed to watching like jets and military helicopters and all this stuff, flying, and the sounds and everything. But to be up close and to feel the sheer power of these multi-million-dollar, trillion-dollar machines, is pretty freaking impressive, man. And the one thing I kept telling myself is like, that's somebody's job. Yeah. Not to take away from the person that dunks the French fries or flips the burgers or drives the Uber or works at a big box store wearing aprons or some shit. Not to take away from anybody and their jobs. I mean, it's pretty fucking impressive. So I was blown away at the sheer, like, the technology. So pretty badass job to have. And I'm a thinker. So I was also telling myself in my head, I was like, you know what? Like, if they're showing us this technology, I wonder what kind of technology the military actually is not showing us.
Yeah. What do we have in the background that would, that's probably 10 times more advanced than what they're showing us right here in a public setting.
Unmanned vehicles, something that doesn't take a meat bag to control. It can be controlled sheer video game or, Xbox controller. But I mean, overall, the experiences for me was pretty awesome. I mean, from a technology standpoint, but it was really hot. I mean, we were out there for like 7 hours. I think we were out there from 10 to 7 or no, not 10 to 7. Sorry, I'm stupid. 10 to 5, 10 to 5, 10 to 4. I mean, but it was pretty awesome. I mean, the Coast Guard came out. They did a test too. They threw a dummy out the helicopter.
That's pretty interesting.
Jumped out and saved a dummy's life. I mean, they're dummies for a reason. Most time we have to save people's lives. But yeah, I think overall, like, would I do it again? I don't know. But I think a one time to see the jets, to see the Blue Angels, they were also there. The technology, it was pretty impressive. I did not know, and you guys told me this, that it's a big military recruiting event.
This is what I wanted to talk about, Joshua. I'm glad you got to that point on your own. So the thing I wanted to bring up with that, and I wanted your opinion on this. Now, how do you feel in general where there's a big military presence with kids per se, like to recruit kids? And I get it. The military needs to function and they got to figure out a way to get people signed up. But how do you feel about them being at places where there are children or where there are just like easily influenced like people? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel comfortable with that? I
mean, I don't know, the way it kind of is put out there is it's like, it's fun. It's a video game. It's like you're playing Call of Duty, like you're playing, like it's kind of sold that way. But I think it's ultimately up to the parents. Like it's up to, how you want to be as an adult and introduce your kids into this atmosphere. So I think honesty is the best policy, especially if you're going to sign anybody up or you're signing yourself up, what you're actually getting into. So if somebody's selling it to you, I mean, it's like a used car salesman. You show up, you look at a really nice car, the deal looks really good, but there's something fucked up about it. You got to know, like there's something in every position, in every job. this just happens to be one where you can lose your life. So, I mean, same things to being a police officer, same thing being a firefighter, seeing a paramedic. And I mean, military is just another branch of saving people's lives and putting yourself at risk. So I think anybody joining the military, you got to be well informed. It starts with your parents. It starts with your family. And then if you're willing to take the risk, it's your life, it's your body. You just have to live with your decisions. So, I mean, like, am I against it? Not really. I mean, because adults take their kids to playgrounds and they let their kids do backflips and they break their necks on swings. You know what I mean? Like, in their kids. So, I mean, I don't know. I you don't take your kids into bars, strip clubs. You don't want them. So
some people do.
I mean, I think it's just it is what it is, and you got to as a parent, as an adult, as a supervisor, you have to recognize what it is, and it's up to you to be smart about it. So, you got to take that as what it is. So if it's,
listen, Joshua, I'm going to give you my take on it while you fix your background real quick on the screen here. Yeah. So what really kind of made me upset with the whole thing is the way that they're presenting it as the entertainment. It's like being presented as like, oh, this is fun and this is exciting. The key thing I want to point out with that is that they had a VR thing that they were doing, which was literally just a game where you played a soldier, and it's supposed to be like this fun and like, hey, this is what you could be doing if you join us kind of thing. And it's so weird to see that being advertised to children like that. It's almost kind of sickening and disturbing in a way. I would even equate it to the level of when people advertise to kids with cigarettes. I don't know if you remember way back in the day, Joshua, they would advertise cigarettes to kids, like different flavors and stuff like that. And so I equate it to that. And you are right. It is like the parent or the guardian's responsibility to kind of inform their children or whoever of the consequences of either joining or, like every possible outcome, right? Because it's mainly up to them until you turn 18, and then you can make your own fucking decision. And if that's what you want to do, hey, by all means, go out there and protect the country. But I just don't like the way that they were advertising to kids like that. It feels wrong on a lot of levels. So
I think if you're going to join the military, probably one of the best steps to do is visit like a veterans hall. Visit people who have been in war. Visit all walks of life. Visit all walks of life. Like the guy who's missing his leg, or the girl who went blind, or what. You know what I mean? You got to visit you got the whole spectrum. So yes, they're giving you a video game, but when that kid walks out, like if my kid walked out of there, if they wanted to have the experience, they would walk out and they would say, that was really fun. And I go, you know what? You could have actually died right there. You'd be leaving your mom and dad, and we would be crying and burying you right now when you died in that game. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? I mean, there's tough love like that. You just have to give the whole spectrum. And like anything, it's a business. The military is a business. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Sure. Everything that we do is a business in life, where nobody's in it for the milk or the cooking. We don't live on a barter system. There's money to be made, and everything's a business, and humans are a product. We are a product. People are products. So I think it's just up to the adults in the room to make the decisions.
And I agree with you. I think that's the biggest thing. Just the adults have to be the people that explain it. And if they don't explain it properly, then, they can't really do anything about it. But it doesn't mean that Joshua and I are anti-government or anti-military or anything like that.
Absolutely not. It's because I love my freedom. I love my freedom. When I lived in San Diego, I even thought about joining the military. I really did. I had a couple friends out in the military. They said they loved it. Young guys. I mean, I was like 23 or whatever when I was living down there. Like I was young too. Like they're like, come on, man. This dude was in the Air Force, and the dude was like a Marine, and he's like, man, it's so much fun. Like, so even the people that I knew that were having those experiences that weren't my parents were wanting me to join as well. So I think everybody has different experiences, but if you want the hard truth of it, go visit veterans, go look at the people that have struggled through this process, that maybe they can't get medical, or maybe they were having a hard time getting money or funding or whatever, like living in an apartment, you know, they have no money, can't get a job, they PTSD, you know what I mean? So visit the whole spectrum.
Get the whole story before doing any type of decision. I mean, that can be said about anything. Yeah, exactly. Anything. So, you know, just go out there and educate yourself before you make a decision. That's all. I just wasn't a fan of the way that they were doing it to make it seem real appealing to kids. And I don't know. I think we should kind of think about the way we're doing that and maybe find a different route. But, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, I also, well, one last thing. I also think the way the future's going, you saw that little robot, that walking robot that was.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he walked in, it had one of those walking robots. I was telling our friend, I was like, imagine a future, because this is what's going to happen. Imagine a future where you take those things, you drop 100,000 of those on the field, and you get a bunch of gamers with controllers controlling those things. I think eventually humans in battle, there's always going to be a place for a human. There always is going to be a place for it. But to clear a battlefield, to clear a room that there might be a bomb in, people in the future aren't going to be walking into that. There's going to be less people actually engaging in it, and there's going to be more modernized, you know, robot warfare, and that's where we're going to go. So it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yep. Everything's
less lives will be lost in the future in war, but lives being lost is inevitable. It's going to happen.
Yep. Anywho, moving on, Joshua, let's get some fun finds. I know that you got some because I was up here when you bought them. So let's show off some fun finds. Let's give some people some fortunes. Let's wrap this bad boy up because we got some stuff to do, baby.
Do we? Do we got stuff to do?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, let me give the this one actually my girlfriend picked out. Talked about my girlfriend a lot in this episode. I love my girlfriend, and I'll send a quick shout out. Happy birthday to her, because it was her birthday over this trip. I love her very much, and thank you. But she picked this little guy out. Found this at the Funko store. This happens to be this fun little Snoopy.
Nice. Snippy. Very fun.
This little Snoopy right here with what are the little birds called again? You know the fucking name of these little birds.
Well, I don't think the bird. I think the one bird is named Woodstock. I don't know if they're all named Woodstock, but who the fuck?
It's got a bunch of little Woodstock babies on the hat.
Nice. So Woodstock babies.
Yeah. So we came up on this. She picked it out. Great find. I forget. We paid like 16 or 12, whatever it was, but I think it's like $28 or $30, whatever it is. So fun find, good value. Found it at the Funko store. Go check it out if you haven't already.
I'm there every other week, buddy, so they know me by name now.
Look at his background.
For me, Joshua, I do not. I'm not going to show off the Funkos I got this week. I'll do that next week. But I have this. It's been sitting here for a while. It's a new unboxing that I'm going to do again. I just wanted to give a little taste here, but I don't have a lot of these ones. I only have this one, so we'll see how this goes. But it's SpongeBob, right? So it's SpongeBob mystery boxes, almost like the Universal Monster figures, which still going on. That sweepstakes is still going on. But you can see here, these are the ones we can get. I don't know if you can make them out a little bit. There's a few good ones in there, so I'm going to do that this week, just because it's been sitting here and I haven't unboxed one of these in such a long time. So let's fucking do it, Birdie. Let's fucking go. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's a big boy. All right. I don't know which one I want from here, so we'll find out. Oh, look at that. He's inside this bag again. You remember this bag, Joshua? We've seen this bag for like...
I hate those bags.
So many times.
I really do hate those bags.
All right.
Microplastics, baby.
Ooh, looks like we have a Patrick, and he's holding something. Hang on. There's something else in here. Oh, he has the little time thing. It's a little, how do I describe that? Hourglass is what the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. It says 1 shift later on the bottom of that. And I don't know how it's supposed to go.
1 shift later. What does that even mean?
Let me see how he's doing it. Oh, got it. Okay, he's supposed to be flipped upside down, like this. So he's supposed to be. Let me see. Do I have a little?
He balances upside down.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be
acrobatic
like that, Patrick. Just like that. And then this little guy is supposed to just kind of go on the side like this. So there you go. Patrick Star. Pretty fucking cool. I might get another one of those. We'll see. There are some really fun ones on there. But this one's nice. Not bad. So let's move on, Joshua. Let's do one of these brand new fortune cookies that you've been.
I forget which one we did last week, so you're gonna have to remind me.
We did the one off the bag, bro. It was the drunken one, but it was literally read off. It was from the bag.
One was that? Yeah. Because if you missed last week's episode, how dare you go back and watch it? Go to the end, check it out. I ended up, getting over these digital cookies because it's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? We got real cookies. These ones actually taste good. I ate it off stream last time, and they actually taste good. They don't taste rotten or stale or just whatever. So if you buy these things, not sponsored by the way, but these things are actually pretty good to eat, and they're pretty fucking funny. So which one do we?
We did the boozy one last time, Joshua. I don't know if you want to alternate or if you want to just continue doing the boozy ones.
I'm gonna let you pick because nobody else commented on which one they want to see. So I'm gonna let you pick what you want to do.
Then let's alternate. Let's do the other one. Let's do the dirty one, and hopefully it's not the one that's written right on the packaging.
So the doozy nice. Is it the doozy one we're gonna do?
No. So I think it's the one with the red. Is the
red one? Okay.
The red bag.
The red one. Can't even.
Did we do the red one?
I thought it was written. Oh yeah, because this one is an admirer will soon reveal himself, which is technically a misdemeanor. That was the one from.
No, that wasn't that. What? No.
Yes, that was the one from last week.
I can't even remember then.
Of course,
just pull one out and fucking read it to me. I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's get on with it. Sean's got to pee.
Oh yeah, I'm pissing my mouth right now. It's gonna be weird. Be like a little fountain.
Right.
Fountain of piss. Joshua's opening up the cookie.
This one's from the Boozy Dozen, everybody.
Here
we go with your boozy fortune for August 13th, 2024.
All right.
Let's see here. Tonight, the attention-seeking behavior you've displayed all year finally pays off.
Okay. All right. One more time, Joshua.
Thought it was going to be something. I was like reading it to build up to like what was going to happen at the end, and it's like anticlimactic. All right, one more time. Here you go for your boozy fortune. Tonight, the attention-seeking behavior you've displayed all year finally pays off.
All right. You're going to have some attention-seeking behavior, Joshua. So get ready for that to pay off.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, let's give you guys some lucky numbers here. Load it up real quick and refresh the page, because why not? I'll refresh it again, and I'll refresh it again. There we go. All right, your lucky numbers for the week are 1, 6, 18, 28, 32, 36, and 47. One more time for the people in the back, Joshua. Your lucky numbers are 1, 6, 18, 28, 32, 36, and 47, buddy. Hopefully you guys win something. It'd be really cool. Let us know in the doobly-doos. Other than that, Joshua, do you have anything left to say to the people for this week?
No. Other than, like I said earlier, maybe take your girlfriend out. Have a good time. Some friendships, value those, and I don't really know what else to say, but I love all you guys, everybody who's participated and shown up and listening, joining us on the TikTokies. Yes, the TikTokies. We appreciate all you guys, and much love, and can't wait to see you guys next week. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
Well, like Joshua said, everybody, hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate you. Check us out on the social medias, youtube.com/@sorryforthedelay podcast. All the socials is like Sorry for the Delay Pod. Look at us on there. You'll find us. We're there. Other than that, I have nothing left to say either. Joshua, it's been fun to have you up here this weekend, or this last weekend. I appreciate that. Thank you for making it back safely. I also appreciate that. Let's go cuddle again, buddy. I miss you. I miss your warmth. So I'll see you in the bedroom, baby.
No, not at all.
Whatever, buddy. All right, guys. Talk to you guys next week. Deuces.